Hello, everybody. It is watch along time. Friday night football in the Championship. The first game of this weekend. We are going to hopefully enjoy it. It was 0-0 last time, but hopefully Sheffield Wednesday versus Sunderland from Hillsborough promises a lot more. Get yourself in the chat. Say hello. Get yourself comfortable. Here comes the watch along. Evening, everybody. Welcome along. Make yourself known in the chat. It is Sheffield Wednesday versus Sunderland. A few quick hellos. Alistair, Liam, Ewan, Kev. Fancies a 2-0 win for Sunderland. By the way, you can vote in the poll over in the live chat, which at the moment sits at 83% Sunderland to win this one. So we can see what people are thinking. And I kind of understand that. Should we get straight into the Championship table? I wonder if we can see it there through all of my jiggery pokery on the screen. Sunderland in 5th spot, and be even higher if they'd managed to convert some of their many chances in that last game against Cardiff. But Cardiff beat them up at the Stadium of Light. They could be right leading that kind of bunch of teams there behind the top three who've set a cracking pace, haven't they? Unfortunately, you know what I'm going to have to do to find Sheffield Wednesday? I'm going to have to scroll all the way down to the bottom of the table. No promotion momentum for Sheffield Wednesday. Absolute chaos. Don't worry, we're going to talk about Mr. Chansiri and his latest, statement, number 55 of the summer. But Wednesday, under Xisco, there no wins at all in the Championship. Played 8, won 0. It's a couple of points there, but it's been an absolute wretched start for Sheffield Wednesday this season. Let's say a few more hellos quickly before we go to the team news. Nick Knack, RA Gamer, make sure you all hit like. That would be tremendous. And here, John, Alistair, can we get straight into that statement? I'm not talking about Reddings. Yes, mad clubs all enjoying being mad today, put it that way. Reading and Sheffield Wednesday. Evening, Dave, who we saw on the last watch along at half time. John, who we saw on the one before, can't remember. Chinese eaten, beer poured, ready for a Wednesday massacre. Well, we shall see how all is going to pan out. More statements than goals for Sheffield Wednesday. Yes, stop it. Rich, who we will be hearing from at half-time. Rich from Blue Money. Looking forward to chatting to him. 5-1 to Black Cats from a Barnsley fan. Tom, listen to this. Just woken from the coma last Friday's game. Put me in. It's not my fault. I promise. It's not my fault. Shall we, if I can scroll around. Actually, if I click that button there, will it take me straight to it? You know, it will. We will go straight in and do the team news. Let's look at Sheffield Wednesday. Number of new signings in there for the Owls compared to last season. If you look across that team, actually, Buckley, Musaba, Hendrick, Valentin, Bernard, Diaby and Vasquez. So about half the team has now changed. And one of those players to change is the goalkeeper. This guy, Vasquez, was brilliant in the game against Ipswich. Now, obviously, he did have to face a lot of shots, but he played really, really well. So that's good news for Wednesday. It looks like they've got a good keeper for sure. Across the back, Akin Famewo, Bambo Diaby, and Deshaun Bernard in a back three. It says Callum Patterson left back or left wing back. He's normally right wing back, so it might be Valentin the other side. But we will see what transpires there. Patterson definitely a jack of all trades. They will be the wing backs, we're pretty sure, but who plays down the left, we will figure out. Central midfield, George Byers. God, they missed him in that bad run last season, didn't they? And Jeff Hendrick, who's been around the Championship, knows the deal. John Buckley, is he on loan from Blackburn or is he a permanent? Someone will tell me in the chat. We've got quite high hopes for Anthony Musaba down the left-hand side. I think he came from France, did he? I can't quite remember, but he's one player that might have some decent upside, we hope, from a Wednesday point of view. Lee Gregory, up top down the middle, he has skewed over to the side. We know he's not a runner. And there you go. Anir has summed it up in terms of the Wednesday team news in 2 words there. No Bannon, who has been Sheffield Wednesday's best player for years, basically, hasn't he? Buckley alone. Thank you, Richard. Let's just quickly have a look at the bench and you can give me your thoughts. Keep voting in the poll. 80% of you think that Sunderland are going to win this game. Buckley on loan. Musaba from Monaco. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. What do I know? Bench. Fletcher, Gassama, Smith, Backinson, Volks, Iorfa, Delgado, Palmer, and Dawson on the bench for Wednesday. Sunderland are still playing. See how many tricky wingers they can get into the team. I reckon there's 4 there. And please ignore the team sort of shape there from Foot Mob. We do expect it to be a 4-1-4-1 or a 4-2-3-1, but no, Patrick Roberts is not going to be playing holding midfielder. But Anthony Patterson will be in goal. Highly rated young Scottish keeper. You do well to get a 23-year-old regular goalkeeper. Trey Hume and Niall Huggins are going to be the fullbacks. Luke O'Neill and Dan Ballard, excellent centre-back there. We would expect, rather than it being Pat Roberts in holding midfield, for it to be Dan Neil. And then probably Joe Bellingham will be in central midfield with Alex Pritchard. If that is a 4-1-4, it could be a 4-2-3-1, and you'll find Bellingham a little bit deeper than normal, with Patrick Roberts probably down the right-hand side inverted, and the brilliant Jack Clarke, one of the hot players in the division. Still only 22. He's been around since that 2018-19 season. And very much looking forward to seeing one of Sam Parkin's players to watch on the Championship Check-In podcast. Mason Burstow starts up top. He's on loan from Chelsea. So we'll see how he goes starting this one. Bench for Sunderland. Taylor, Semedo, Russian, Bar, Ayachichi, the wonder kid, Chris Rigg. Hopefully we get to see a bit of him tonight. Sealt, Triantis, and Bishop. Get your thoughts in, and we can talk now about Mr. Chansiri if you so want to. And another statement from the Sheffield Wednesday owner. Yeah, it literally makes me want to drink. So I'm going to, but I don't know. I mean, if you take literally what he said this morning, Mr. Chansiri, he's basically pulling the money out of Sheffield Wednesday because he's crossed that people have had a pop at him and had a pop at his family. And of course, look, I don't want to really link the two. Obviously, I don't think anybody with a working brain would disagree that nobody's family should be insulted in the name of football. But I don't know. We've had statement upon statement. We had him sat next to Xisco in that press conference, embarrassing his new managers by waffling on about something Carlton Palmer had said. And we said many, many times, haven't we, on the channel, 4 things relegate clubs. Size, well, that's not an issue for Sheffield Wednesday. Bad luck, well, we'll see. That can happen to anyone. Owners and chaos. And we've certainly got owners relegate clubs and chaos relegates clubs potential tonight. Let's have a look at some comments here. We'll go to predictions. Seems too easy to pick a Sunderland win. Well, sometimes the obvious is obvious because it's obvious, Jay, isn't it? By the way, if you want that lovely symbol that Jay has got next to his name, sign up, hit join for as little as £3 a month. You can support the channel, Town Life. Welcome. Is that Jules hiding there? I recognise that picture. Tyreek Backinson. He is in the squad indeed. Cod's Vlogs, is that really him? Well, an absolute legend there, Ben Nappers. Go and vote for him for the Football Content Awards as well. Yeah, we've got issues at Scunthorpe. Oh, Southend as well. That whole statement screamed of a spoilt child having their toys removed. It did come across a bit spoiled, and I retweeted it this morning. I got a few people arguing, well, it's not on. And sometimes I think two things can be true. It's not on that he gets abused. We get that, but it's just such a weird leadership style to be so, what's the word, histrionic about everything. It's going to be a Sunderland rout, Adam, in his Reading kit there. Again, horrible news from Reading today. Marcus Stewart interview with Matt Holland. Unbelievable. My favourite player of all time. Right, guys. Yeah. It is the real Ben. So yeah, do go and vote for him at the Football Content Awards. Nappers, tell us what category you're in so people know where to vote. They're very deserving winner if we can get him enough votes there. Should we do some predictions? I should read this one first. I think Neil in central midfield will be the one to watch. Been improving every game for Sunderland and is looking top quality. I've got one. Thank you, Nui, for that. I've got one of those weird things. Last time I saw Dan Neil, look at that Sunderland then, great away following as ever. Got red carded at Sheffield United early last season. So I think that was the last time I saw Sunderland play, possibly. Someone to remind me. You guys know my vlogs and games I've been to better than I do sometimes. Right, shall we get into predictions, guys? Give me some actual score predictions in just a sec. 84% in the poll says a Sheffield Wednesday win. Right, get your predictions in now. We'll do this bit properly. You have got 16 seconds, as Jeff would say, and get your predictions in. Your time starts now. Right, we'll go to your predictions. By the way, Sky Sports have just flashed up their graphic for the team, and they're on the ground there, and they've got the same shape as we sort of forecast there. What do we got here? 3-1 Sunderland, 5-1 Sunderland, 0-2 goal each half, 3-1, 3-0, 2. Well, there you go, point for Wednesday. 3-0, 5-0, 2-0. I'm going to click through all of these. Very heavy on Sunderland, as you can imagine. Absolute chaos there. My sister and brother-in-law got 2 tickets to see Northampton play v Burton Albion. Well, that sounds absolutely tremendous. The players are indeed out. Just one more thing from me, if you wouldn't mind, as we see Barry Bannon and Josh Windass, who I think I put in my thumbnail. I can't quite remember, which was a typically bad call from me. Oh, I must say, Daniel, give me a message, Daniel, on Twitter or something, or one of the guys will help you out. Daniel hit join last time. I haven't been able to speak to him. We need to get you in our WhatsApp group, Daniel. So message me. My email's easy to find, or Jay or John or anyone in the chat who's in the WhatsApp group will help you out if you can follow them on Twitter. We'll get you added. Quickly, can we just do a quick like spike before we start? If everyone can hit the like button, it really, really helps me out. We have got 41 at the moment. Take us over 50, hopefully. You've got 9 seconds to hit like. Go. Yes, thank you so much. Has that gone over? It should have. By the way, just horrible news. Maddie Cusack, we are just paying. If you want to put your applause emojis in the chat, just horribly young. And I know Courtney is doing the game there and was a teammate there. So thoughts with her, thoughts with Maddie Cusack's family and the city of Sheffield. Look like they're doing her proud there. Just horrible. 1995 to 2023, no age whatsoever. So yeah, Maddie Cusack, sadly, we're paying tribute with the round of applause now here at Hillsborough before this game. Just absolutely brutal. Don't really know what to say other than that, but let's just put your applause up for her as the tribute continues. Thank you for all of that, guys. We're just wrapping that up. Leeds fan here, David. Happy to see Jack Clarke doing well. God, David, I was at the Spygate game, and I thought, there's an England player. God, he was good in that game. Thank you for all your tributes to Maddie Cusack. Sadly, no longer with us. Here is referee Barrett, just talking to George Byers. We're about to get started, so I'm going to stick 0-0 up here. I love checking the poll during the game. So pre-game, we are at 82% on a Sunderland win, 9% on Sheffield Wednesday. And we are about to kick off. I'm watching on Sky Sports Football HD. If you're on Now TV or Sky Go, you might be a bit behind, so we'll give you a timestamp regularly, I guess, as we go. And we got double stripes here, which always makes it fun for me to pick out numbers on the back of shirts. We were right, Callum Patterson. We were wrong. Callum Patterson is down the left-hand side. Footmob were right for Wednesday. So Paul Valentin will be down the other side. Switched out to Patterson, who's going to have to come inside, you'd think, on that right foot from that position. He's going to try and switch the play out to Valentin. It was a pretty poor ball, that, wasn't it? Loopy, floaty. And it is out for a throw-in to Sunderland, who are hot favourites, according to the poll and the live chat, to win this game. Although they've won it down the right-hand side Wednesday. Cross comes in, cleared by Ballard. Started on the front foot, and I think they're going to hurl a long throw-in here. Wednesday looks like Valentin's going to chuck it in. Gets it back. Out it goes. Goal kick, Sunderland. Good away end that for Sunderland. They've got the bottom tier there as well. Probably 3,000-4,000 in there for the Black Cats. Keep your comments coming as we go during the game. Patterson, poor clearance, actually. And Wednesday continue their good start here. Valentin has beaten his man, actually. He's into the box. Cross comes in low, and they're going to get that clear through Neil. Wednesday have won it back again, though. For Maywo into Byers, back to Diaby. Sunderland just getting up the pitch for the first time tonight. They've gone for that big switch again. Maybe that's part of the game plan to move Sunderland around. Certainly want to miss out all of those tricky players. What am I drinking tonight? We managed to find some of that nice Asian stuff again. So it is, someone pronounced this for me last time, didn't they? Asahi, whatever it is. Joe Bellingham has drawn a foul. It was back with Vasquez. It's a poor ball, wasn't it? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention then. Really could have played his team into trouble there. As it was, he played George Byers into trouble. And it's a free kick in a dangerous spot for Sunderland. Vasquez, though, we know from watching the Sheffield Wednesday Ipswich game, really good keeper by the looks of things. I think they got him from Milan or something ludicrous like that. Prefer a Tsingtao, if I'm saying that the right way. Asahi, whatever. Evening, Ben. Evening, the Talking Gas podcast. Welcome. Bristol Rovers. Lovely to see it. So Alex Pritchard is going to shoot, I think, with this free kick. Over the wall, deflected. Corner, as the referee down the five-a-side at Ipswich used to say. Very Irish sounding referee, if you got that from my brilliant impression there. Pritchard's going to take the corner as well. Remember, this was a League One playoff semi-final, which Patrick Roberts stole for Sunderland right late on in the second leg at Hillsborough. In it comes from Pritchard, right-footed. Ballard has headed it into the back of the net. And this terrible season veers from bad to worse for Sheffield Wednesday. They've made an awful start here. They've been on top. First attacks for Sunderland. They win a corner. Ballard heads it home. It is Wednesday 0, Sunderland 1. Goodness me. Get your thoughts in. It's such a sign of fragility. They'd started well Wednesday. In came the corner. And is it Diaby has completely lost Ballard? Let's have a look. Is there a block? No. Oh, it's terrible from Diaby, isn't it? Hopelessly bad defending from the Sheffield Wednesday number 5. Completely loses him. It's not even a clever run, is it? Ballard steps one way, runs to the back stick, free header. Keeper gets a hand to it, but it's probably a 0.5 XG chance that he's right 3-4 yards out, middle of the goal. Horrible start for Wednesday. They'd been decent in the opening game, but they are behind already. Ballard, the scorer. Wednesday 0, Sunderland 1. Oh dear. Let's have a look in the comments on that one. Not good. Goal already. Oof. Grimy, positive start. All for naught. They had started well, hadn't they? I agree. Red and White Army boss. They are in the lead off the Carrow Road tomorrow. Yeah. Horrible game for Norwich last week. Didn't take long for Wednesday. Oh dear. Just turn the game on and this happens. Easy as you like. This could be a mauling. Terrible defense. It's so disappointing, isn't it, from Diaby, isn't it? God. When conceding first, Sheffield Wednesday, Sky are telling us 36 games, no wins. Last 36 games they've conceded first in. They haven't won any of them. Wednesday are doomed, I tell you. We're not going to get a 0-0. No, that is for sure. Just shocking. Super sharp played. 7 more. Yeah. We had a Sheffield club playing a North East club the other day, and that did not end well. And this one has not started well at all for Wednesday. And it was their own doing as well, wasn't it? Vasquez played it out. Burstow is in. He's offside. Flag, linesman just waiting for Burstow to play the ball there before he actually put the flag up. But yeah, I was just saying it was Vasquez. Unforced error, wasn't it? To play Byers into trouble. Free kick deflected. Out it goes for a corner. And how's your luck? Diaby loses Ballard. And Ballard heads into the net. Wednesday 0, Sunderland 1. Goodness me. Remember, we had a stat like that, but with wins, and we lost a 10-man Wigan. Yeah, Leeds always used to lose to Wigan at home, didn't they? Callum Patterson, that is. We've got 2 on the pitch, haven't we? Draws the foul. There's a big switch. And Clarke is 1v1 if he can dribble now. Clarke cuts inside. Clarke drives it goalwards. What a finish! Oh, we said he's a hot hand. What a strike by Jack Clarke. He drifts inside and smashes it into the corner. It is a heinous start for Sheffield Wednesday. They are 2-0 down. Someone asked me the other day, is there a better player in the Championship at the moment than Jack Clarke? Possibly not on that basis. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sunderland 2. Wow. I mean, it is just awful stuff. We're 8 minutes in. Well, we went in less than 8 minutes. It's a big switch of play. And I was worried when he picked it up. They had loads of space. Deshaun Bernard was there. Comes in. Look at that for a finish. Woof. Right into the corner. First touch isn't bad either. Clarke is just quality, isn't he? You know he's coming on that right foot, but he's got such good acceleration and dribbling skill that it's hard to stop him. And he just swings that one in the corner. I think, can someone check me in the chat? I think that makes him the top scorer in the Championship, doesn't it? I think he's above Ryan Hardy and the like. Poor old Xisco. Deary me. Got a feel for him, haven't you? Wednesday 0, Sunderland 2. Jack Clarke. Oh, dearie me. This is going to turn toxic quickly. Ouch. Oh, dear. Get the tennis balls. All about the switch of play by Bellingham. Come back to Leeds. Jack, I'm sure most championship teams would like Jack Clarke in this form, wouldn't they? Not much the Wednesday defence could have done. No, fair point, isn't it? It's a big switch of play. And then he is so good 1v1, isn't he, Clarke? And you see Deshaun Bernard just runs for the hills, doesn't he? Heads backwards, and it's swung into the corner. Oh, panic at the Xisco. Stop it, dearie me. Let's have it. We're going to get great angle of this from Sky Sports. Inside, it's a great finish. Pritchard does well to jump over it on the way through, doesn't it? This could get embarrassing for Wednesday. Clarke's some player, Premier League bound next season. Yeah, I think we all agree with that. If he keeps playing well, he'll be off in January, won't he? They'll get some big bids for him. I mean, Burnley were all over him bidding through the summer, and they spent big style, didn't they? Can someone check? Is Clarke top scorer now? I think he's got 6, hasn't he? Brilliant start to the season for the Sunderland winger. And it's Clarke who's trying to play Burstow in there, and Vasquez just needs to hold on to this now. Clarke out in front. There you go. 6. Hardy, Smodic, Armstrong, Connolly, and Godden all 1 behind. Clarke top scorer on 6. And there is good old Tony Mowbray. Oh, here come Sunderland again. Pritchard, Bellingham, Roberts. This is horrible. Roberts tries to get to the byline. He keeps hold of it. Patterson in makes the tackle. Roberts has still got it. Roberts to Pritchard. Pritchard tries the nutmeg on Callum Patterson. It's going to be another corner. And ever since Vasquez gave that ball away, it's someone said in the chat, bloodbath it has been, hasn't it? God. Patterson heads it away. He's shown at least some leadership here. As Wednesday badly struggling here. Do you think Wednesday will look to change manager? What's it going to do, though? Honestly, the chaos came as soon as Darren Moore was mutually terminated. Use whatever language you want, and everything delayed then, and it just stinks now, doesn't it? Absolutely stinks to high heaven. Feel bad for Chansiri. Took them for, yeah, I know what you mean, Cholis. Wins that playoff final against Hull in 2016. None of this probably happens, does it? Cross to the back stick for Wednesday. Looking for Gregory. Gets a head on it. Out it goes for a goal kick. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I think that's everybody's sentiments entirely. Judging by this start, Clarke won't be on 6 for very long. No, he will not. Ugh. The ball is back with Patterson in goal. It is Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sunderland 2. I sound like I'm taking the mick, but Wednesday with a better side for the first 4 minutes. Unforced error by the keeper, who we think is very good. Free kick, corner, goal, and then just a bit of solo quality from Jack Clarke to make it 2-0. Sunderland confidently circulating the ball now. It does look like Joe Bellingham is just back in a sort of 2-man midfield there in a 4-2-3-1 shape. As I say that, he's just edging forward. And Sunderland can be so calm and just keep the ball now, can't they? 2-0 lead in 7.5 minutes or whatever it was. Sheffield 0, 10 to the northeast and 80 minutes to play. That, Cashers, is an objective fact, isn't it? I can't disagree with that one. Foul, I think, by Bellingham there. And Wednesday, trying to attack down the right. It's dreadful, isn't it? Slipped down the line by Valentin. Out it goes from a goal kick. This has draw written all over it, says Bits. What's my score prediction for Blackburn v Leicester, Rene? I think I made two different ones because I end up getting asked lots of times. I think I had one at 2-2 and one at 2-1 or 3-2 to Leicester. Definitely both teams to score, though. I think. Don't know what Wednesday are trying to do. No shape at all. Get behind the ball and not concede another goal now, isn't it? God. Flicked on by Bellingham. Sorry, by Burstow looking for Bellingham. It's back with Bernard, who clips that one down the line. Oh, they're bad, aren't they? God. Just need to string some passes together. It's just not happening now, is it? The confidence looks like it's drained out of them. You know, the second that first mistake was made. John, evening. On the way down to watch West Ham tomorrow. Do the Germans have a word for Schadenfreude? Who West Ham playing, John? Enjoy. Blackburn have been the most unpredictable yeah, right. Team in the Championship. I always get Blackburn wrong. Here's Roberts down the right-hand side, v Patterson. Decent cover there, I think, from Buckley to Byers. Patterson. Good press from Sunderland. Patterson goes for the big switch. Good ball to Valentin. Blades. There you go. And it's back with Vasquez, who dinks it over to Diaby, who was definitely culpable for the, for the marking. There was no marking, was there, on Ballard from that corner? It's just hopeless, wasn't it? Do you think Wednesday might end on one of the lowest points tallies of championships? I hope not. You have to be really bad and believe me, I'm an Ipswich fan. I saw my team in 18-19 were just rubbish all season, just terrible. You know, would like win one every 8 games or 9 games or something dreadful like that. You have to be so bad to reach that level. So hopefully that will not be the case for Wednesday. But yeah, they are struggling. What is the lowest? I did it. I think it's like 26 points. Was it Rotherham? Can someone check? Bits' bet is back. I can't say it. Wednesday to score 2 and 8 corners. 4-1. Super chat if it happens. Will it on, everybody? Bits' bet. What a great feature that was in COVID. Tremendous stuff. Here is Clarke, who scored that brilliant second goal. Huggins knocks it across to O'Neill. Roberts. Hume puts it back inside. Sunderland playing very loose and very free. 23 points, was it? God. That's terrible. That's 0.5 points per game over 46, isn't it? 7 wins and 2 draws all season. Bellingham. It's lovely keeping the ball when you're 2-0 up away from home after 7 minutes, isn't it? Here they come again down the right. Hume knocks it ahead for Pritchard. That's a poor ball. Diaby sees that one out. And it's going to be a goal kick. Is that right, Sam? Worst ever start to a championship season with a loss here. Yeah, be no wins in 9 for the Wednesday. And that's even if they draw. And let's be honest, the chances of them drawing are very, very slim. I mean, that poll was right, wasn't it? 82% saying Sunderland going to get the win, and they look odds on, doesn't it? Wayne, legend. Great to hear from you, buddy. I feel sorry for those Wednesday fans. Such a dramatic, I was going to say brilliant. It wasn't brilliant, it was dramatic end to last season. But let's be honest, if you score 96 points in a season, you probably deserve to win the playoffs, even if you do lose one of the games 4-0 and get outplayed a little bit in the final against 10 men. All slip, give away. Here comes Burstow. Burstow's got the hot hand Clarke with him. Here comes Clarke. Clarke knocks it back up the line to Burstow. Not quite clicking for Burstow here. In 2018-19, Ipswich did get 30. I think they got like 30. I did a video on this, the 10 worst teams in Championship history. Did Ipswich get like 32 or something hopeless like that? And that's a terrible, terrible team as well. So you have to be really bad to not be getting 30 points, I tell you. For Maywo. Nice ball by Maywo. I think it's the first time we're going to mention Misaba. He's had a quiet start. Shot driven in. And Patterson not too convincing there. It was John Buckley who hit it low. I don't know why Patterson didn't hold on to that. It's going low into the corner. Could have left it round the post as well, couldn't he? Don't think it's going in. Hindsight, hey. Buckley, the shooter, is going to take the corner as well. As we come up 20 minutes, a lot has happened. He's gone short to George Byers. Here is Misaba. Curls the shot. Nice line on that. Sticks it over the bar. Good effort, that, actually, by Misaba. Best effort of the game for the Wednesday. Let's have a look at this. It's a good strike, that. It's unlucky. Doesn't miss by much, does it? Just over the bar. He's got his curl perfect on that. Just the height a little bit off. Could do with getting, as we saw there, get Buckley, Misaba on the ball. But, yeah, evidently, if I'm saying I haven't mentioned Misaba, that just has not happened, has it? Here's Dan Neal for Sunderland. Keep your comments coming. Joint worst. There you go. 2 draws, 7 wins. 2 draws, 7 losses. I think you mean there from 9 is the worst there. Got another game to grab that particular record. Matty was at Blues QPR. I didn't think the game was that bad. Annoying, no goals. No, keepers definitely on top in that one. Maybe my description in it, I put ball draw, didn't I? Maybe I should have put keepers on top as the description. Funny Saturday, 2 high-scoring teams went into the game. Cardiff looked at Sunderland and went, nah, mate, and set 11 men behind the ball. Well, it worked, Ian. It worked, didn't it? Pritchard, Neil, who's definitely playing the sort of Calvin Phillips role that in the 4-1-4-1 shape that we used to see when he was at Leeds, just kind of sat between the two lines. Ryan Woods did it first, actually, for Brentford very nicely in the Championship. Bellingham. Huggins. Here comes Clarke, which is terrifying for Wednesday whenever he gets the pull. How many corners have we had? Anyone counting corners for bits? Stick it in the chat. Bellingham. Pritchard. Nice feet by Roberts. Pritchard knocks it outside. Hume sticks the cross in. Good work by Sunderland. Headed out by Diaby. That is it's a pretty clever foul, actually. That one by O'Neill. Because if he turned that round the corner there, there was a counter-attack on. It's going to be a free kick to Wednesday. We are a quarter of the way in. It is Wednesday 0. Sunderland 2. Dan Ballard headed home a corner, I think on 4 or 5 minutes. Jack Clarke, brilliant goal for 2-0. About 3 minutes later. Brutal. There you go. 3 corners bits. Bellingham, Ballard, Neil. Possession must be racking up now for Sunderland, is it? 63%. Thought it might be higher than that, actually. But remember, Wednesday, as I keep saying, did actually start the game quite well, didn't they? Roberts. O'Neill. Having a lot of possession, Sunderland. I would like to see them. Oh, horrible kick by Patterson. Straight out to Buckley. They've gotten away with that one. I would just like to see that ball move just a bit more efficiency through the middle out to Roberts and Clarke. I know those passing lanes are going to be stopped, but I'm seeing a lot of balls in and out from the centre halves to Neil, who sat there, to Bellingham, and around we go. But hey, got to be patient with that style, haven't you? Luke O'Neill, 350 appearances. How old is he? Jesus Christ. How old? He's 28. 350. That is sensational. Looking forward to Blue Monday Live. We might even plug that at half-time bits. Rich is going to be on at half-time talking to me about this one. Here comes Clarke down the left-hand side. Clarke turns inside onto that right foot. Hume, Roberts, Bellingham. There you go. Move it quickly. Wednesday have got a row of 5 and a row of 4 now. So, and they're all very narrow as well. Big defensive shift, but Byers, I think, has made a foul. Sunderland take the free kick quickly. 25 on the clock, 2-0 to the Black Cats. Completely killing any sort of sense of defiance and optimism there might have been in Hillsborough. Don't forget, guys, if you're regular here, somewhere down there, I think you can hit the join button, which really, really helps me out. £3 a month on the donate tier. If you do the £5 tier, join in. We can stick you in a WhatsApp group, and you can come on here. And the roundtable shows each month as well. Really, really helps greatly. Neil down the line. Love to see a Ben Bloom Nappers collaboration. Absolutely. Yeah, we've collaborated several times. If we do a League One roundup, there is no better person, believe you me, knock spots off me for League One knowledge. So, yeah, we'd definitely be up for that. Nice turn by Bellingham there. He was fouled as well. Referee Barrett played an advantage. Not taken. Buckley. Oh, lovely ball by Buckley to Patterson. Bernard. Masaba. Valentin. That's good from Wednesday. Can they keep the ball moving, though? Doesn't quite move as smoothly when Mr. Bannon's not playing, does it? But that's understandable, I guess. Nice ball by Byers there, though, to be fair. Valentin. Right on cue. Legend. Sam. Thank you so, so much, Sam, who I had the pleasure of meeting. All clipped over the top. And I think it was Gregory stretching there. Couldn't quite get it. Sam. Legend. Get some applause going for Sam there in the chat. Joined up as a member. I was just saying, I met Sam at Norwich Millwall last season. Good guy. Had a good chat there. Thank you so, so much, Sam, for your support. I will return the favour by buying you a beverage when I'm next down doing Norwich. Sam, can you DM me on Twitter and I'll give you my number for the WhatsApp group. There you go. Welcome, Sam. You'll find Dave in there talking some QPR. Oh, too kind, matey. Too kind. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, everybody, for the support, by the way. Even if you just hit the thumbs up and leave some comments, that is just brilliant as well. Masaba, has he swapped wings now, maybe? Over on that right-hand side? No, he's been there for the most part, hasn't he? Just struggling to get into the game. Here is Hume. It's back inside to Neil, who's had loads of touches. A bit of a hospital ball there for Pritchard, and he's had to head that backwards. Into the back four, and Sunderland just building up so much possession now, aren't they? Bellingham's coming deeper and deeper and joining in. Unforced error there, though. I think, is it O'Neill? I think he was expecting Hume to take it off him, and Hume ran the other way, and out it went for a Wednesday throw. And it's the only way they get the ball at the moment, isn't it? For goodness sakes. Patterson hurls that one down the line. Out it goes. I think Buckley got there second, but I think it's going to be another Wednesday throw in. No, it's not. Sorry, it's back. Back with Patterson already. Sunderland are taking that one nice and quickly. I think Anya asked in the chat earlier, let us know if you're at a game tomorrow as well and what you are expecting, who you're supporting, where you're headed tomorrow. Day off for me. Well, I say day off the football tomorrow is Shaylee's brother's wedding tomorrow. So far from a day off. I'm on Enid duty all day, but that's a joy, isn't it? No football for me. Oh, into the box comes Burstow, penalty. Oh, my God. Oh, this is just dreadful for Wednesday, isn't it? It's Diaby as well. He's had a terrible game, hasn't he? What a spin by Burstow. He's won the penalty. It was Hume coming down the right. He played it inside. It was a good, brilliant bit of skill. And he's very, very lucky there that Callum Patterson was just there to sweep it up because it's a pull with the arm. So it would have been a red card if it was a denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity there. But don't think it was. And it is a penalty to Sunderland. Jack Clarke scored one of these against Blackburn. Here he comes right-footed. And, of course, he scores again. 3-0. Clarke goes on to 7 for the season. And Sunderland are absolutely battering Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, dear. Dear, oh, me. Don't want to single out Diaby, but obviously the first goal, he loses his man and he concedes the penalty for the second. And with the form that Jack Clarke's in, you don't want to give him a free shot at goal from 12 yards, do you? Because he ain't missing that, is he? Wednesday 0, Sunderland 3. When we were at Hillsborough, felt like we were back in League One. Ground looked very tired. Math off to Southampton Leeds. That's going to be good. Sam is covering that for TalkSport 2 tomorrow, so look out for that. I think it'll be a bit nervy at the Cara tomorrow. Clipped in. Looking forward to seeing Stansfield. Yeah, Stansfield was excellent, actually, for Birmingham. Could Sunderland score 10 or more in this game? I wouldn't have thought so, but they're certainly racking up a nice one. And Jack Clarke, 7 already for the season. We're only on round 9. Stefan, we don't mention the Wolves game. Okay, nobody mentioned the Wolves game. Nobody mentioned Wolves conceding a 2-goal lead in midweek for Stefan's benefit there. Wednesday is bad. A team I've seen at this level in a while. Sunderland have played this at training ground pace. That's a fair point, actually, John. It's not been an intense game, has it? They've been knocking it about the back there. It's horrible. Horrible. Could have got a ticket for Saints Leeds. Oh, are you high up I might tap you up for that, for those hard Leeds games to get in if you're high up the ladder there, Jay. Got a season ticket there, Jay, actually. I think you might have. Wednesday 0, Sunderland 3. Ballard and Jack Clarke is on the hat-trick, and you would expect with an hour to go in the form he's in that he's probably going to get the hat-trick, isn't he? Unless Wednesday can improve markedly defensively. Bellingham knocks that one down the line. And for Maywo, will take the throw-in to Byers. Pritchard knocks that one home. The commentator, 3-0, that could be game over. I think it was game over at 2-0, Super Sharp Blades. Yeah. Wednesday's point at Leeds was surely a minor miracle. Certainly looks that way now, doesn't it? God. Bet they wish Barnsley had that penalty given in the playoff final. Well, sliding doors moment, you wonder whether they might actually be in a better state. And although Darren Moore would probably still be gone, wouldn't he? Pritchard crosses in, Burstow hits the shot. He kicked it against himself there, didn't he? Chance for young Burstow, who won the penalty, to be fair to him. Just go out for a corner. A bit lucky with the cross. Yeah, I think hits Burstow. I think it then hits Burstow's, might have hit both their hands actually on the way through. So we'll call that quits and go with the corner, which Alex Pritchard is going to take. Scored from one of these in minute 4 or whatever it was. And it comes again. Nice delivery from Pritchard. That's really good from Vasquez. He gets the punch with big old Ballard arriving. Where was Ballard? Was it Arsenal before Blackpool and Millwall? Going to QPR v Leicester. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Wolves have Man City tomorrow. Going to be a terrible week for them. Oof. Here is Ballard, 35 gone, 3-0. Clip down the line, and they've turned them around again. That's decent defending from Deshaun Bernard. I was going to save me other drink for the second half. Is that referee Donahue, the fourth official? We had him last week, didn't we? Ballard was an Arsenal youth. There you go. A stop clock is right twice a day. And so am I. Wednesday. Oh, no, it's a Sunderland throw. Cheers, everybody. Thank you for all the comments. And cheers to Sam as well, who joined up as a member. Really, really appreciate that. It's back into the centre halves. Matty, no game for me tomorrow. Brother-in-law's wedding. How about that? Definitely no football allowed. I wonder if I can get Sky Go at the ceremony. That'll get me in all sorts of trouble, won't it? What's my prediction now? God. 5-0? 5-1? I don't know. Heavy Sunderland, though. Heavy. Score prediction for Bristol City Stoke tomorrow. I can't call that. What did Parkin say? I think he got that one. Did he go City? They're both City, aren't they? Go figure. Can we get a vlog? Not a bad idea, that, actually. We'll stick it on Patreon, yeah? Definitely get Sky Go. Do you know what, Jules? I deliberately didn't put it on my phone when I got my new phone, so I didn't do that, but there we go. New poll. Who gets sacked first? Xisco, Neil, or Martin? Well, I think we might be watching the favourite for that one. Remember, October the 7th, we go to international break after that round of games. We'll have played 11 by that point, and surely if Xisco doesn't have a win by then, although if Mr. Chansiri isn't bothered about putting money in anymore, what's the point sacking the manager? That will cost him money, so maybe he'll keep him. Hey? Switch of play again. Yeah, Xisco won't get sacked. DC won't pay. Well, exactly. Yeah. I think we agree. How's that possession going? 68 now. It's pushing up towards 70 where we thought it might end up when that first goal went in. Clipped over the top, looking for Burstow. Lovely first touch by Burstow. Comes inside, hits the shot straight at Vasquez. Look at that first touch. Love that. Barry Bannon, player manager, like Dalglish for Liverpool. Both Scottish. Hey, if you think that's a terrible comparison. Patterson. Musaba tries to come inside Trey Hume, who makes the tackle. For Maywo, Patterson. Out it goes. Drake. Hello from Portugal. I always say hello to people in far-flung places through gritted teeth as we sit in the English winter. But yeah, you're very, very welcome. Same to see the club in this state. Yeah, right. Most touches this match, I thought that would have been Dan Neil. It is now Trey Hume with 48, the top 5 players. I think Sky are pointing out to us. All play for Sunderland, as you can imagine. Here comes Pritchard. Clarke. He's probably the shoe-in for man of the match if he can get that third goal. Neil. Oh, here he comes. Clarke 1v1 with Valentin. Valentin's done well, actually. Clarke's just keeping the ball, though. You get the impression if he wanted a run at him, he might find that a viable route to goal, let's just say. O'Neill, Bellingham. So all keep ball, isn't it? Is this a training match for Sunderland? It's starting to look like one, isn't it? Bellingham. Neil. He'll clip over the top, but for Maywo, just bumps Burstow out the way. Grego Chuba. I always had Mick Mills and Paul Mariner as swaps. I would give them all for a Paul Rainey, but no. There you go. We're talking football stickers here. Ballard. Plays that into midfield where Clarke's come now. Lovely turn by Clarke. Oh, slips past 2 there. What a great player he is. Welcome, Michael, from Oz. Manager change for Wednesday soon. I mean, it's looking that way, isn't it? Football cards. You love to see it. Clarke socks at his ankles like Grealish 18-19 all over again. Thank you, Callum, for mentoring Grealish 18-19 because he was episode 1 of Championship Cheat Codes. Here comes Joe Bellingham, right-hand corner of the box. Bellingham, oh, nice play. Finds Roberts. Yeah, episode 1 of Championship Cheat Codes was Jack Grealish. We put episode 2 out. It was Pablo Hernandez. That went out yesterday. So, yeah, do check that out on the channel. Let me know who you want for the next one. We'll probably avoid 2019-20 because we just did, obviously, Hernandez. And 2018, it's too many to choose from in 2018-19. We know we've got to do Buendia. We know we've got to do Reece James as well from that season. And yes, we will do Tarab, I promise. They can let Adel Tarab. Every time we mention this, I get like 10 messages. You go, we know Adel Tarab is the one, isn't he? But Michael Elise is a good shout, actually. But yeah, we'll get all of these guys done. And of course, we'll do Mitrovic as well. And Ruben Neves. Too many to do, but I'm really enjoying doing them. Sky just walking us through all the goals again. It's been too easy, hasn't it, for Sunderland since that first few minutes. They look a sorry bunch, the Wednesday fans in the stadium at the moment, don't they? Do you think Leicester will walk this league? They might, mightn't they? Might not lose many games, I don't think, Leicester. Not finding it tricky at the moment. And they've got 21 points out of 24. Willy Bolly, yes, actually, because we could make a team of cheat codes, couldn't we? Willy Bolly would be a good one for our defence. Good to get some defenders in, wouldn't it? Bellingham. O'Neill. 44 up on the clock. We're coming up half-time. Hang around at half-time. We've got Rich from Blue Monday on. Always good to speak to him. Not like I do it most weeks, but it'd be good to get his take on this rather one-sided game we are watching here. Nice little slip through there. Clarke, wasn't the worst ball, actually, if Burstow had been on his wavelengths there and made the run. A hot take. Leicester will get their first 1 pointer this weekend. That might be true, yeah. Bolly and White at the back. Oh, into the box come Sunderland. Crossed in, blocked out. Corner. It's Hendrick who made the block. Will you make sure you're at the East Anglian Derby both times? It's actually going to be quite hard to get tickets for the away game. And as you can imagine, the safety risk of me sitting in the home stand for that particular game may not be the one. So we'll see if we can figure that out as we go, if you know what I mean. Corner to Sunderland, which Pritchard is going to swing in. His deliveries have been good. That's another good one. Ballard heads that to the near post. Yeah, he apologises straight away. Should have headed that back across the goal. Welcome, Ian, another one of our legend members. Ben had a little chuckle on last week's stream when I said Borough would put our crap start to bed and beat Southampton. You were right. Well played. Jules, if you sort me out a seat for that, you're an absolute legend. It's going to be so hard with the demand for away tickets there. I'm not doing that, Dave. Surely the Norwich Ultras wouldn't hurt you. It's not worth it, is it? It's not worth the risk. 46 up. We're expecting to play 48 minimum this first half. Wednesday 0, Sunderland 3. Ballard, poor ball by him. Huggins does well to bail him out of that one. Got myself a Norwich away ticket sorted already. You got hospitality bits? Let me get in on this action. Roberts, brilliant first touch. Roberts skips inside. Roberts hits the shot. That would have been the goal of the season if he'd smacked that in the top corner after that first touch. He smacked it in the stand. He's having a laugh. I remember I was at the playoff semi-final last year, Luton, Sunderland, and Patrick Roberts nearly scored one of the best dribble past about 8 players when Sunderland was struggling. Look at that for a first touch. How about that? Worth. Second touch wasn't bad either. Problem for Wednesday, if they set the manager, who can they get? Well, totally agree. Yeah. Not a job you're going to want in this state with this owner, is it? A little slide down the line. Again to Clarke. Sorry, to Huggins. My bad. We've got about 10 seconds of the minimum stoppage time to go. And that is that. Half-time, guys. Get your thoughts in. We'll speak to Rich from Blue Monday in a few minutes. Just a rank first half for Sheffield Wednesday. They started all right for the first 4 minutes. Literally the first attack Sunderland launched, which was from an unforced error by Vasquez, the Wednesday keeper, resulted in a goal. The free kick deflected out, corner. Diaby completely let Ballard go. Second goal is just a great bit of quality from one of the top players in the division at the moment in Jack Clarke. Drifts inside off the left and just spanks it in the corner with the right foot. Great goal by him. And Burstow just beats Diaby again too easy, and Diaby gets handsy, pulls him back, sort of maybe on the shorts, maybe on the bottom of the shirt, but it's a penalty, and Clarke sticks it home for 3-0. And I mean, God, I know you guys like these graphs as well when they put them up. There's the attack momentum graph there, which is very red, let's just say. Let's have a look at the numbers. Yeah, 71% possession for Sunderland. 1.34 on the XG. I don't want to laugh. Wednesday, 0.06. So they've created nothing. They've given up loads of possession and they're 3-0 down. It's just, oh dear. Doesn't give me a nice feeling. There's 4 shots on target for Sunderland to 0 for Wednesday. And yeah, they're just taking a right old heffing. Sunderland will go 4th as things stand. Remember, there's that weird gap already with the big start by the top 3. Let's bring Rich in for us. Let me just remove Liam's artwork there so you can see him. What do you make of that, Rich? Sometimes I like high-scoring games, and sometimes I get an uncomfortable feeling in my tummy because I'm a nice person.
Yeah, well, I'm not, and I was kind of, part of me was watching tonight because the Chancery statement earlier. You kind of expect fireworks, you expect protests. Obviously, you don't have the Sky feed for the audio, but you know there were boos at halftime, muted boos for the goals, but it
you
just
don't blame
reminded
them, do you?
No, well, exactly right, but it's. I was surprised how it wasn't concentrated or seemed like it was the whole of the stadium. It reminded me so much of, and we shuddered to mention his name, but the end of the Mick McCarthy era at Ipswich Town, where a good proportion of the fan base were quite satisfied with the job that he was doing, and a lot of the fan base were not. And you just had this disconnect, and a lot of people were really angry. A lot of people were kind of a bit meh. And therefore, kind of there was this lack of action or lack of purpose, and everyone just kind of life continued, didn't it? And the club kind of meandered along. And the issue for Sheffield Wednesday was the damage for them, really, for me, was done in January. You know, when Ipswich was signing Luongo, Hurst, Clarke, Broadhead.
Plymouth signed 4 players in the first week of January.
Signed Sachs Early and Wright and Jay Matete as well. This team, watching them tonight, Ben, it's not equipped for the Championship. And for Sunderland, I've used this analogy on our podcast a few times. It's like when you grab your younger sibling on their head and let them swing punches at you. You know they're not going to hit you. And it feels like that with Sheffield Wednesday tonight. They just haven't got they either haven't got the players or they haven't got the system to deal with Sunderland. And Sunderland have just got class, haven't they? You know, playoff team last season. You know, they've got it's easy for them. It's too easy.
Yeah, I'm going to make an Ipswich comparison as well. We've our terrible team of 2018-19 been mentioned loads of times. And I went to so many games where they'd be all amped up. They'd kind of start. They'd get one bit of adversity and they'd concede from it. And I don't want to single out Diaby. I quite liked him at Barnsley, actually. I know he had the ban, and we won't go into that. And he was at Preston, and now he's at Wednesday. But that was, and Vasquez was brilliant against Ipswich, wasn't it? Just mistake, deflections unlucky, corner, goal. It's just typical of a team with no confidence, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And you're right. The 18-19 season also feels very similar. You know, the fragile confidence there as well. But to me, it's all about the organisation. You know, Diaby's in a situation there. The marking for the corner, really poor. The situation where Diaby's he's the only man who can stop him, and he can't. You know, he's wrong-footed and it's too late. He can't do anything about it. But
it's a classic one as well, Rich. If you're our biggest player, he's their biggest player. win the header. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was flat-footed, wasn't he? He was totally caught out by the run.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it feels like it's kind of systemic for Wednesday for me. And yeah, it's a fair shout there, waste of a promotion. I feel really sorry for them. Do you know what I mean? Because I think we've all been there. We've all had moments in our club's history where you just sit there and you feel really helpless. And we can't affect a huge amount. We can't pick the team. We can't sign the players. We don't set the budgets. We have to sit there and watch it. And you get the euphoria of Wembley, and then back down to reality at the end of September.
Right, let's say nice stuff about Jack Clarke, who, and I think it was a Sunderland fan who asked me on, I think it was the show with Sam, is Jack Clarke the best player in the division at the moment? He might be actually, mightn't he? He just looks absolutely brilliant. And I know, listening to the Raw podcast with the journalists from Sunderland, Burnley were bidding, but I don't think Burnley really wanted to pay, and Sunderland were in a good position. Obviously, they're happy to sell, as you see with Ross Stewart, but I suppose the only issue for Sunderland fans is he's playing that well. Is if you're, I don't know, West Ham, Palace, again, Burnley, do you have a look at him in January?
Yeah, it's when the next level of teams up from Burnley start looking. I think that's when there's a problem. And 10 million quid or 20 million quid from a West Ham is that's no thought at all to them. That kind of business, is it? And it's got Jared Bowen vibes, isn't it? Again,
Ben Rama,
yeah, exactly right. So it wouldn't surprise me. But Sunderland look pretty good for a top 6 spot as things stand, don't they? Rallied after the opening day defeat. Another one of these teams we played at the right time, isn't it? But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if he's gone in January. But right now, and to emphasize the point on the difference between the two teams, he's a yard ahead, isn't he? He's made that decision a split second ahead of his marker. He's gone. It's too late. And
as soon as he got that ball, you can wind back the watch along. I was like,
he's going straight to goal.
1v1 with Bernard. This smells like trouble. It's an interesting one though, Rich, because I remember seeing him for Leeds, and I saw him score at Villa, and I was like, who are you? You look really good, and if Bielsa's playing you must be good. And then that Spygate game, I was like, this guy's going to play for England. He's amazing. And then goes to Spurs, and like Sessegnon and Spence, they never play him. Loaned to QPR, and he was rubbish, and then he ends up in League One. It's just a weird trajectory, isn't it?
Yeah, sometimes it's about who the manager is as well. I guess who was it? Neil who brought him in at Sunderland, or would it have been before?
Would have been Neil. It might have even been Lee Johnson. If there's any Sunderland in the chat,
but either
great
way,
signing. Whoever brought him in, yeah.
Lee Johnson or Alex Neil or Tony Mowbray are the kind of coaches that are going to bring that. They play like pacey wingers, don't they? I'm not surprised he's thriving under Mogger, to be honest. And yeah, it's going to be, the second half's going to be really fascinating, because basically the game feels over, doesn't it? And again, from someone who's watching, hoping for fireworks, I'd love Sunderland to get another 2 or 3 just for the entertainment value, but it kind of feels like they don't have to.
It's almost a hard team talk for Mowbray, isn't it? Because what can you say other than
don't concede just after half time?
Yeah, keep the ball, and they should win. I mean, Clarke's going to want the hat trick, isn't it? They should win 4-5, but it's 3 points, isn't it? Basically, unless we get disaster. But no one's seeing a Wednesday team that haven't won a single game come back from 3 down. That would be absurd, wouldn't it?
It's not Peterborough all over again, is it?
No, that was a team that was winning every week and was top of the table.
And had nothing to lose either. I mean, there is that as well. But it just, as I said, heads went down, and there were so many careless kicking the ball out of play by, unforced errors by Wednesday. You use that word in your summing up of the game so far as well. That's the kind of stuff you can't do much about at half time. If players' heads are gone, if they haven't bought really into what Munoz is up to, there's nothing he can say at half-time, really.
I feel sorry for him, Rich.
Totally right, yeah.
He's completely sold out.
It's a thankless task, isn't it?
I know he will have known about Chansiri. His agent will have done all the homework, but you want to get back in English football and get a good job, and it's just It's just rubbish working for him, isn't
He
it?
should have handed in his resignation at that press conference, shouldn't he? When he was
God.
announced.
Oh, don't, dear oh me. So tomorrow, Rich, we can talk a little bit about Ipswich. We've got you on. Ipswich without Sam Morsey, confident of some points, maybe singular or plural tomorrow at Huddersfield for Ipswich.
Yeah, I mean, continuing the Sheffield Wednesday narrative, Darren Moore obviously in the dugout tomorrow.
Yes, indeed.
His first game in at home, at least. Obviously, a good point for them against Coventry.
Do you realise he's going there? I think it's on October the 7th.
Is it?
It's Sheffield Wednesday v Huddersfield.
Oh, man.
That could be the dagger, couldn't it? If Darren Moore turns up there.
Be like Mike Duff last week. Swansea beat him 3-0, didn't they? It'll be similar. Yeah, we were debating that on our pod on Thursday, Seb and I, about who comes in. And the great thing about this Ipswich squad is that, there's 3 or 4 options that you could bring in, and none of them would, Morsey's a 7, 8 out of 10 every week, so you're not necessarily going to get that 8, but it's not a massive downgrade. And we saw what Jack Taylor could do midweek and Lee Evans. It will be one of those two. I'd be surprised if it's anyone else apart from that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Huddersfield do more than anything else, actually. I'm pretty confident whatever team we put out, it will be whether that new manager bounce, the home support buoyant because of the new manager coming in, whether that changes anything or not. But the issue with Huddersfield is goals, where are the goals going to come from?
Oh, what a great question from Dave there. Will the Blue Monday Live be streamed? What is he talking about, Richard?
I don't. Well, does he mean our chat with Ipswich Town legend, EFL legend? He's a top 10 appearance maker in EFL history, I think, as well, Luke Chambers. Yeah. Next week it is.
We were talking about this. Did Uncle Albert Adoma go past him last season? I think he might have for Championship. Yeah. Anyway, he's appearing at Blue Monday Live, Luke Chambers.
Yeah, he was celebrating his birthday last week as well. Yeah, that'll be fantastic, won't it? To answer the question, I don't think we don't have the infrastructure to live stream it, but hopefully we can do some kind of, we might record it. But yeah, the sell is come and join us if you're in the Ipswich area. Come and buy a ticket via bluemonday.itfc.co.uk. But really excited about that. It's rare that we get to speak to someone who's got, who's been involved in
October the 7th, Rich, after
the top of the table clash,
which should be given the huge gap, they should both at least be around the top 3 by then. Ipswich and Preston.
Yeah, we play Hull on Tuesday as well. It's a tricky week, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to sip Asian beer as we're talking. So, how do you see this this second half going, Rich? Is it going to? Someone asked me in the first half, and I said, 5-1, 4-0. Is it that straightforward? I
think so. If I'm Mogger, I'm saying get the 4th goal, kill the game off, and then it'll be, I imagine it'll be a similar pattern to the first half, once they've got the goals and once Sheffield Wednesday heads truly drop. I can't see it happening any other way, but the trouble is there's no game changes in that Sheffield Wednesday team for me. They're sat up in the stands, weren't they? We saw them at the start of the game.
Windass and Bannon.
Someone who could ping one in from range, someone who could score a long range.
But Rich, more to the point, Bannon, when everyone's heads are down, will come and get the ball and want the ball, and
bit of a G up as well, a bit of a kick up the arse for everyone. Yeah, you just don't you miss that, and so I can't see anything other than a Sunderland 4 or 5. But it could be if Mogger was up for it, if Jack Clarke's bang up for it, it could be more, couldn't it?
Jack Clarke will be. I know what footballers are. I remember speaking to Kevin Phillips about that injury he got in some League Cup game that he shouldn't have been playing in, and I said, "What were you doing playing in that game?" He was like, "What are you talking about? That was goals. I was going to score in that game. Of course, I was going to play."
Goal bonus.
Exactly. Well, Jack Clarke will be well up for this. And we got subs. It doesn't look like we got subs. Rich, can I say a massive thank you for coming on? Obviously, Rich is one of my colleagues from the Blue Monday podcast, which you can check out, and we try and be really fair to all the opponents. So if you are a fan of a team that's going to play Ipswich, Rich and Seb will deal with that. And we think it's a good listen for opposition fans, don't we, Rich?
We hope so. Yeah, we try to be neutral. And if you're playing the same team next week, go and find it, and the information will still be valid. It might be, smidge out of date. But yeah, come and join us. We're always live Thursday night after Ben's Championship check-in show with Sam. So come and join us.
Yeah, awesome. Rich, we are about to kick off. I can see the ball is there. So at Ipswich on Twitter, if you want to give Rich they shot from halfway from the centre.
Of course they did.
Zero, mate. Going for the 4-0 straight away. Rich, I'll catch you soon, fella. Take care, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for coming on. Right, we are into the second half. As I said, we already had a shot immediately from the centre. There is Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sunderland 3. We'll do teams. Huge thanks to Rich for coming on. There you go, some positive comments in the chat as well there. No substitutions, as I mentioned. There's long... No, it's cut out by a Vasquez. Long, sort of straight ball. I was going to say diagonal ball for Burstow to chase. Let me do some team news here real quick. No changes. Flick on there. It's gone very direct this second half. Vasquez in goal for Wednesday. Bernard Diaby for Maywo. Valentin right. Patterson left. Byers and Hendrick across the middle. Musaba, Buckley has struggled to get those two in the game. Gregory up top. For Sunderland, Patterson in goal. Human Huggins the fullback. So Nean and Ballard, as you can see there on the score sheet, the centre backs. Neil sat in front of a back four with Bellingham and Pritchard ahead of him. Down the right, Roberts. Down the left, on a hat-trick as well, Jack Clarke. And here they come, Sunderland down the right-hand side with Roberts. Roberts into the box. Engineers the shot on his left foot. Bit selfish there. He had Pritchard in a good position. I should say Burstow up front down the middle. It's gone out left. He's not going to keep that in. If he has, that's amazing. I think he did actually, Huggins, but it's a Wednesday throw-in. Those are your team news. First half, early headed goal from Ballard from a corner. Clarke, brilliant second goal, comes in off the left. He was offside there, Roberts, wasn't he? Looked like it. Could be wrong. And a penalty for the third. Certainly the set play goal and the penalty goal, kind of a bit typical of the way it's going for Wednesday at the moment. Very, very fragile as they give the ball away again to Pritchard, who comes down the right, chased by Byers. Byers does well. Roberts always seems to pick the wrong option. Be in the Premier League if he always picked the right one, wouldn't he? But I know what you mean, John. Here comes Huggins down the left. Clarke nearly runs that out of play. We asked Rich in the halftime chat how he saw this one ending. When we get a chance, we'll do another round of predictions. 83% in the poll said they thought Sunderland were going to win this game. They look like they're going to be right. In fact, let's do it right now. Get your predictions as to the final score of this one. You got 16 seconds. What's the final score going to be? 3-0 with most of the second half to go. Get your predictions in now. We'll let that roll round a little bit longer. How do you see this one finishing? Let's have a look. Oh, down the right, they come again. Sunderland with Roberts. Roberts tries to make the cutback. It's blocked out by Famewo, who's just yelling at the wing back there, saying, give me some protection. Right, let's get these predictions in. 3-5-7-5-3. 3-1. 5-2-5. More goals. We love goals. We don't want to see anyone in complete misery, but there you go. Click as many of these up as we can. Thank you. Cut crystal glass. It's the goblet of fire, they call it in the chat. Sensational stuff. Right, sorry, I'm clicking on all your predictions here, guys. Everyone's expecting more goals pretty much then. We like goals on the watch along. We didn't get any last Friday, did we? In comes the corner from Sunderland, cleared out. There you go. A few more predictions to put up on the screen. And Huggins goes home to Patterson, 49-45. Do let me know if you need a time sync. Get everything all lined up. Here's Ballard. I'm watching on Sky Sports Football Live HD. If you're on Sky Go or Now TV, you might not quite be, excuse me, easy for me to say, lined up with Me. Also, let us know where you're headed tomorrow if you haven't already, if you're at a game. I know a few people have asked. I'm not. I'm at a wedding tomorrow. Shaylee's brother. I'm going to have to brush my hair and wear a suit. How about that? Imagine that. Clarke on a hat-trick. Bellingham. Ballard. O'Neill. And he goes home again. Ballard's going to go long. Burstow trying to make the run off the shoulder of Diaby. They've won it, actually. Here's Huggins. He's got Clarke overlapping as well. Huggins, oh, lovely touch there. Here is Clarke, the danger man. Sounds hideous, Ben in a suit. I'll send you a picture, or you over here. Ponytail. No, there'll be no ponytail. Nobody noticed, actually. I went to the lovely Turkish fellas, and they made my beard look all nice. For a fee the other day. Doing a watch along. I might do, actually, Ian. He asked permission. Sunderland love to recycle the ball back to start again each time. Yeah, I quite like to see that, actually. Got a very, very clear plan, and they do not deviate from it. Hume, O'Neill. Bellingham. What a dreadful ball by Bellingham. Straight out of play. Don't throw that away. You know you're getting a yellow card if you do that. 51-58 on the clock. Switch of play by Buckley. Good ball, that. Patterson looking for Musaba. He's asking a lot there. Ballard just smacks it into the crown. I could be your at the game correspondent. That sounds good. Purple suit with Cuban heels. I'll see what the missus picks out, Michael, yeah? For Maywo, big switch of play. Patterson, does he get a yellow card for that? He punches the ball. I think he's saying it was already out for a throw-in. Trying to get away without a yellow card there, because there is no more deliberate handball than punching it. He should have got a yellow card for that, shouldn't he? He was definitely on the pitch. He's got lucky there. That's the most obvious yellow card you'll ever see that doesn't get given. Disappointed in Bellingham. Always picks the safe ball. Is miles better than that. Here he is on the ball as we speak. Plays it safe. Can see Darren Moore winning 5-0 at Hillsborough. He'll do well with that Huddersfield squad. Have they had a 5 recently? Off to White City, Callum, tomorrow. End in Wagamama. Always go there before QPR. Wasn't the championship meant to not have whipping boys? No. Right. We got some tonight for sure. And there is poor old Xisco. Nicely worked down the right. Crossed in looking for Burstow. Good header out by Diaby. A bit of a lunge in there. And it is a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday. Thank you for all your support tonight, guys. Really, really appreciate it. Do us one more favour. We've got 128 likes. That's outstanding. Can you all hit the like button right now and see if we can get close to 150? You've got 9 seconds. Go. It's a like spike, and Wednesday are actually up in the area here. Thank you if you have hit like. Patterson crosses back stick, looking, well, Valentin's trying to get forward. Musaba, oh, nice first touch, beats his man. Musaba inside. It's worked on, shot goalwards over the bar by Callum Patterson. Thank you for all your likes. 148, it says. We can make 150, can't we? Hit that like button. You know you want to. Patterson just trying to swing that back right-footed. Was never going in, was it? Sticks it over the bar. Nice ball out left to Clarke. And now they are in behind down the left with Burstow. Sunderland. He's not got much support and he looks like he wants to go right foot. He does. Pritchard tries to slip that one in. Bellingham tries the back heel. Gives the ball away. And Wednesday can maybe counter, but Valentin, actually has got it back. And he comes zipping forward down the line, actually. Good play. Oh, it's to the back stick. Patterson, chance, drills it in. It's a good save by Patterson. Good hit. Patterson with the shot and Patterson with the save as well. And now we get another counter attack as well. Clarke gets it out to Pritchard on the left wing. Things slow down a little bit. Pritchard, oh, what a pass that is. Oh, it's brilliant. Roberts has knocked it back. Oh, if he'd scored from that, Pritchard could have had the assist of the season there. Roberts took it round the keeper. He took it too far round. Tried to cut it back. What a pass by Pritchard there with the outside of his right foot. We're going to have to roll it back, I think, on the replay. And hopefully they'll show us the save from Anthony Patterson, from Callum Patterson. Not an easy call, that one. It's really good by Valentin, wasn't it? Gets down the right-hand side, crosses back stick, touches a good hit. Great save. And then out it goes. What do they say? Those that want to try and control the language. Those not smart enough to try and control the language, try and control the pronunciation, hey? I'll pronounce Pritchard how the hell I want. Thank you very much. Here's Bellingham and here's Pritchard. Pritchard knocks it inside. Here's Bellingham. Curls that one. Oof, just wide of the post. Good strike that. Full length dive. How much does this miss by? Good first touch. Oof. Not much, let's just say. Not much. That's a great ball by Clarke through, wasn't it? Pritchard through. Roberts, it's not the worst first touch. He just needed to hit it with the left foot just as he scooted round Vasquez in goal. Unbelievable Pritchard. There you go. Unbelievable heart. What did he keep saying? What did he keep saying the other day? Pritchard. There you go. What did Farker keep saying the other day? He's pretty tricky. Yeah, pretty tricky. Oh, he's so good in press conferences, isn't he? Yes, all pronunciations are made in good faith here. O'Neill, there's another fun one. Wait till the French lad comes on for Sunderland if you want some fun there. Here's Clarke. Clarke tries to go down the outside. Oh, nice turn by Musaba. You get it out of his feet. Yes, he can. Someone needs to foul him quickly. Good tracking by Bellingham. Has he run out of juice there, Musaba? Great run, actually. Wins the corner. It's time to go. Not Xisco. It's not his fault, is it? Surely. Bit of a West Country Chang there. He's pretty thankful. He's pretty terrific, yeah. I mean, we're not mocking Farker. His English is obviously 10 billion times better than my German, let's just say. Great run by Musaba, by the way, down the right-hand side there. It's a corner for Wednesday, which Buckley is going to take. Buckley swings it outwards. Who got the head on that? It's Burstow, I think, was it? Or, yeah. Buckley's got it again. Oh, good cross again by Buckley. Lee Gregory gets the head on it. He's definitely got quality, Buckley. Struggled to get him on the ball, though, haven't they? Gregory just got that at the peak of his leap and heads it over the bar. Luca, who are my dark horses? Look, he's got a picture of Aaron Ramsey in a Cardiff shirt there. He wants me to say Cardiff, doesn't he, Luca? So I'll leave it to the chat. Are Cardiff your dark horses? Is Bannon injured? Yes, he's in the stand with Josh Windass. Schadenfreude? Absolutely. Schadenfreude, if you look up the definition, it's enjoying watching that Thomas Muller miss at Wembley. Although we still didn't win the tournament, didn't we? So can't really talk about that. Handball against Pritchard. Oh, nice little turn around the corner by Patterson. He's just ran into trouble there. Oh, they've won it back. Here's Musaba. Tries to feed that one through to Gregory. Good defending. Dare I say they're having their best spell here? Wednesday? I mean, it's lasted about 2.5 minutes, I will say, but it's where they get caught on the counter-attack, right? Ooh. That looked like a 50-50 there. Diaby's furious. His foul's been given against him. He's been booked. I wonder if he's been booked for mouthing off there. Or the foul. We'll never know, will we? Let's have a look. Was this a foul? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought they collided on first look. No, it is a foul, isn't it? My bad. Got that one wrong. Yellow card for Bambo Diaby. Ipswich dark horses. Ipswich are the lightest horses in the world now. Everyone's writing about them. Looks like Wednesday have received a kick up the backside. Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, Sunderland have just got to take this to the sort of 70-minute mark and substitutes and whatnot, and they should be able to see it out. David, could we sometimes see both Bellingham brothers play for England? He's got a way to go, Job, hasn't he? He's obviously a good player and obviously very young. It's horrible to make the comparison, though, isn't it? Because obviously Jude, within like a handful of games, just best player on the pitch, looked like an absolute star, didn't he? Hull, yes. Hull are quite good, aren't they? And they play at Ipswich on Tuesday. Hopefully not too problematic. O'Neill plays that one back to Patterson. Nice little touch by Clarke. Huggins. And they've gone back into centre half. Much more even second half, but obviously game state plays a part in that, doesn't it? With Sunderland defending a 3-0 lead. Always a nice position to be in, right? O'Neill, Ballard, Huggins, Pritchard. Oh, he gets a smack in the back by Musaba there. Left one on him. No foul. Says referee Barrett. O'Neill and Hume playing in their own penalty box there. Look like a foul on Hume. I don't think he's given it. Did Buckley leave one on him then? Looked like it. It's going to be a Wednesday throw. He's going to hurl it in the box. Patterson, no. Into Buckley. He's going to cross it in, though, is he? No, he's beaten his man Roberts there. Low cross. And Pritchard chips that one out. Wednesday trying to keep the pressure on. It's going to be a Sunderland throw. Yeah. If Ipswich go up, what happens to the channel? Well, it's a championship channel. We've got to cover the championship. Obviously, if we do Ipswich games, so they'll be in the Premier League, won't we? Remember, we got the Blue Monday podcast to look at Ipswich. Double sub here for Sunderland. Pritchard and Roberts out. Looks like the wingers are going. Oh, no, Pritchard's played central, hasn't he? My bad. Aochichi and Bar coming on. So maybe Bar will play down the right and Aochichi will play down the middle. Good shift by both of those two. I think Bar did he score? Which game did he score in? I can't remember. Was it at QPR the other day? Aochichi or Aochichi or however we pronounce this. He hasn't told me. French midfielder. They've been heavy on the given away. Bias tries to knock that one inside for Musaba. Been heavy on the French recruitment, haven't they? Little slide through. And Diaby is a man on a mission there. What have we stopped? Oh, this is a head injury, is it? For Burstow. Oof. Yes. Ow. Do we think Diaby might need to calm down somewhat? He's on a yellow card. I mean, only he'll know. It looks like an accident, doesn't it? (67:45) on the clock. So Sunderland go first with the subs. Chichi and Bar. They're certainly putting it about a bit more now. Now foul this time by Gregory on O'Neill. Huggins. Hugging the touchline. Gregory only got eyes on the man. O'Neill knows what he's doing. Keep those arms down. Like to see Preston in the playoffs. You know me. I'm a lover of the underdog, so the fewer parachute teams in the playoffs, the better for me. That's the chance, isn't it? For an underdog. Clarke trying to get through. Good tackle by Dishon Bernard. And here is Musaba. About to get a sub for Wednesday. Is that Delgado? Can't read the number. I can never read the numbers on the back of these striper shirts. It is, isn't it? Someone confirm that identity for me. Thank you for all the support tonight, guys. 162 likes. Tremendous stuff. 365 votes in the poll as well. 82% said Sunderland would win this game. Right now, they're all right. Here's Clarke. Clarke just driving down the left-hand side. Little poke through. Here is Aochiche. Lovely little ball inside to Neil. Didn't really look like he fancied taking on his man there. Here's Clarke. Clarke crosses right-footed. That is easy for Vasquez. We're going to get this Wednesday sub now. Who do you think will be the next manager to get the sack in the Championship this season? We'll leave that one to the chat. I suspect there'll be a fair few votes for Xisco. Although we'll see how Russ Martin goes over his next few games at Southampton. 4 defeats on the bounce for a year one parachute team. That's not the one, is it? Evening, Ben. End of Freshers Week. Are you sober, Isaac? Freshers Week, eh? Bar. Neil. Huggins. This is like a training session with Sunderland. Well, it's been better in the second half, hasn't it? First half definitely was, wasn't it? God. Deep crossing, easy gather for Vasquez in a goal. It's going to be a double sub here for Sheffield Wednesday. Woo! Wakey, wakey. Delgado and Gassama are going to be coming in any minute, I tell you. Oh, sorry if you can hear that. My phone's making a... You know when you put a phone too near a speaker or something, it's doing that noise. Hopefully you can't hear that. Don't know if Chansiri will be prepared to pay the compo for Xisco. How long is his contract? But, yeah, fair point. Clarke tries to beat his man. Out it goes. And here come the substitutes. Valentin and Buckley are going to come out. So it's pretty much... no, it's not the right-hand side, is it? Valentin will be replaced by Delgado down the right-hand side, but Buckley was playing inside left, so Gassama will probably head over that way. Can we have a quick chat about the state of owners who don't give a you-know-what? Do we have to? It's very depressing, but yeah, they've been at it today, haven't they? Two players down here, and they're both Wednesday players. I don't know if they bumped heads with one another. Oh, thanks, Sky. Sheffield Wednesday, next 6 fixtures. West Brom, then Huddersfield, which is Darren Moore, obviously. Watford, Plymouth, Rotherham, Bristol City. You do wonder, though, if Xisco goes to that first international break and he's not won a single game. I always remember Paul Hurst at Ipswich. Someone will correct me in the chat. I think he might have won the last game before the international break, and that kept him in a job for another week, and then he lost the next 3 games after that. 14, 15, 16. So I think he won game 13 and then lost 14, 15 and 16. Obviously, looks like Sunderland have done a fair job of seeing this through in the second half. Kept it all fairly stable, haven't they? Haven't got the stats up here at the moment. A little bit better for Sheffield Wednesday, but if better means a bit of territory and no goals to show for it, then Reading staff got paid today. Well, that's something, but yeah, we need a new owner at Reading, don't we? For goodness sake. Not good. And here comes the Wonder Kid. Now, this will make things interesting. If you haven't seen him before, this is Chris Rigg, who made his debut when he was 15. By all accounts, going to be an absolute hell of a player. 16 now. I think Jack Clarke's going to be coming out, looking at the shot Sky are putting on, and he's not going to get the hat trick. Shame for him. We're just going to have a look at that first goal again on Sky. Class. Brilliant. And he was never missing that penalty, was he? And here comes Chris Rigg, who, if you were watching the channel in the pre-season, was in my Wonder Kids video, understandably. Rusin, the Ukrainian winger striker, is coming on as well for Burstow. So I don't know whether it's going to be him that's going to play up top. This concussion check has been 3 or 4 minutes I've been babbling on now with no action. Do I really want to see this? I hate seeing these in replay. Ouch. It's the top of Diaby's head. And Famewo gets it right on the side of the temple as well. Ouch. Yeah, Diaby doesn't look right. No, he's gone, isn't he? Look at his eyes. If he passes a concussion test, I'm a Dutchman's uncle. He's not fit to carry on. You can see, can't you? He looks groggy as anything. I think Famewo's okay. But yeah, Diaby's concussed, isn't he? Clearly. Does not look right at all. Liam Palmer is going to come on. Actually, Fletcher's going to come on as well. Palmer was brilliant for Wednesday last season at centre-back and right centre-back and right wing-back, and even he plays central midfield. Ben van der Klok. That's nice. A Dutchman's uncle. Can I get cancelled for saying that now? Is that inappropriate in any way? I don't know. Used to say that when we were growing up. So Gregory's coming out. Fletcher will go and play up top for Wednesday. And Palmer is coming for Diaby. Don't know if he's going to play in the middle of the back three, or whether Bernard will go in there and he'll play on the right-hand side. We're about to find out. He's going to play on the right-hand side, yeah, and Bernard has gone in. You can get cancelled for saying nearly anything now, especially if you're speaking live and we're an hour and 53 minutes in. Scary Mary. Don't know if Palmer's been properly able to shake off that long-term injury. It'd be a shame if he couldn't, wouldn't it? West Brom game uses the test for the lower till tonight. It will be great to see the Birmingham fans back in. Feels like that ground hasn't been full since before the pandemic, doesn't it? There's one round the corner. And here is the Ukrainian Nazari Rusin, which I'll obviously have fun with, as I'm having lots of fun with Adil Aochichi, the French midfielder. Sunderland stitching my lack of culture up greatly. Does Chen's serious decision making mean he'll fire Xisco when the international break ends. Yeah, right. Look at this, Johnny. Get your hair cut, Johnny. If it means you'll fancy me more, then no thanks. And if you want to talk about people's hair, plenty of health and beauty channels for you to embrace your hair fetish over there. So F off, basically. 80:53 on the clock. Ooh. Nearly a handball shout there. Tries to quickly get his hand out of the way there, Liam Palmer, doesn't he? I'm sure VAR would have had fun with that one in the Premier League. To be fair, Diaby looked concussed about 3 minutes about time he went off. Yeah. Didn't have the best game, did he? Don't let them get to you, Ben. We all love your luscious locks. That's very kind, Will, isn't it? I just don't get it. Who cares about what haircut someone has? Keep your hair on. Who cares? We're just talking about football, aren't we? Imagine getting triggered by somebody's haircut. I mean, what kind of a weird, weak person do you have to be to do that? It's just, I don't know. I just don't get it. But each to their own. I don't have the mental challenge that other people does with people's appearance and haircuts. What are you going to do? Just here to talk about the football, really. Get your hair cut for charity, like I did. No. A mullet would look all right on you, I reckon. Keep your hair on. There you go. It's on. How about that Colombian guy? Can I just say, everyone has the right to wear their hair exactly how the hell they like, and they'll be getting no judgment from me. Hey? Carlos Valderrama. Here comes Huggins, pokes it through. It's going to fall. Ooh, foul. Yellow card's coming out as well. Sorry, I keep forgetting the Ukrainian fella, Rushin's name. Delgado caught me a second by completely cleaning it out. And he gets the yellow card for it. First streamer puts 2 fingers up to charity. Cancel me. Right. I'm clicking all these up. Can we stop talking about my hair now? There we go. Cancelling culture. There you go. There's the only opinion that matters. Shayley. Free kick, Sunderland. Oh, hit goalwards. I got a bit more excited than I should have then. Euchiche spun it over the wall. Keeper had it covered the whole way. I just thought it might have been sliding into the corners. .84 on the clock. Jensen Seelt is going to come on. The Dutchman. My nephew. That's a callback. We call that in comedy. Delgado chased in the corner by Rushin. Won by Euchiche again. Bellingham gets fouled by Fletcher. Bit worried she... Oh, dear. I'm getting buried here. Fine figure of a man. Out goes Hume, and in comes Seelt. Another one of Sunderland's exotic signings from Europe. Jensen Seelt. Jensen, whatever. Figurine. That's tremendous. Do you think if we made figurines, anyone would buy them? Like wrestling figures. A wrestling figure of me. Ooh, Patterson, what you doing there? Just turned out in his own 6-yard box. Could have ended in disaster, but they're actually coming down the pitch now. Switched out to Barr, who's going to try and run Patterson. He ghosts by. Patterson's done quite well, actually. Just got his body in the way, and Barr couldn't get by. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. He's a bit handsy, but I didn't see a foul there. A bobblehead. I've got a real life bobblehead. Poor old Enid. She's got my size head. Throw in to Wednesday. Bit of a non-event so far this second half. Will we get a goal in it? Callum Patterson is going to lob the long throw in from the left-hand side. In it comes. It's flicked into the middle. Looked like it came off a Sunderland head there. Just hoiked it up in the air. And was that young Rigg spectacularly jumped under the ball then? Bless him, the wonder kid. Dan Ballard, I think, there draws a foul. He knew what he was doing. He was looking for that, wasn't he? Well, we'll do man of the match in a minute. I guess plenty of Jack Clarke votes on that one, although it's almost got to base it on the first half, haven't you? Not a lot happened in the second half, but we'll go to that when we get to stoppage time because there could be 8 minutes. I'm not joking with that concussion hold we got. Here comes Sunderland with Neil. Barr comes in off the right. Bellingham. Neil. Bellingham. Neil. Bellingham. Neil. That did actually happen exactly as I said it. So with Barr down the right. Oh, nice little feed through. Knocked back off. Crossed in from the right-hand side. Not a good ball in the end. Huggins. Chichi. Poor cross headed away. Sunderland rallying a little bit. They've just been controlling the game for the most part in the second half. Barr. It's got the overlap here. Knocked out to Bellingham on the edge of the box. Bellingham drives the shot in straight at the keeper. What happens first? Another Chansiri statement or a Wednesday win? Who have Wednesday got this week, did they say? I know it's Huddersfield at the weekend. Because we got a 3-game week, haven't we? I can't remember who they got in the midweek. If I click one button, I can probably find out, can't I? Let's have a look. West Brom away. I mean, nothing smells like a win at the moment for Wednesday, does it? They'll win sooner rather than later, surely, won't they? We don't want any more statements, do we? Is Sirkin injured for Sunderland? I believe so, yeah. They've had a few injuries, actually, haven't they? Some problems. Palmer takes the throw in early from the right-hand side. Fletcher knocks around the corner, cleared away by Ballard. And hoiked forward. Sunderland have dealt with that. Neil does well. And there is Jensen Seelt. Given away, though. Fletcher out to Patterson. I said 8 minutes. 7. Oh, that goes loose in the box. Oh, they just can't get a shot away, can they? What is Wednesday's XG in this game? 0.39. I've only had one shot on target. Just not created anything, have they? And here come Sunderland. And the ball is going to go into the net, is it? No, it's just been tipped wide from the offside. Flag went up. It was Aichiche who was offside. Tried a little dink. Wouldn't have counted. 25,500 tonight at Hillsborough. Incredible support for a poor side. There's a few Sunderland fans there as well. Probably 3,000 or 4,000 there. But no, the point still stands, Ian. Yeah, especially at those prices. Amen. Very expensive to go and see the Wednesday at Hillsborough this season. It's 50 quid to sit in the top middle in the main stand there. It's not the one, is it? It's too much. Every time you say the French guy's name, I'm obliged to say, bless you. So I should say, thank you. Let's know who your man of the match is. I guess Jack Clarke would be the shoe-in, wouldn't it, with the 2 goals? Let me know if anyone thinks differently. I think I'll go for Clarke, but let me know who your man of the match is if it's not Jack Clarke. Crossed in from the right for Wednesday, headed goalwards. Good save. Patterson. Who was that arriving? Was it Byers? Didn't save it with his hands. I think it hit his chest right on the goal line, but he keeps that clean sheet. I said they haven't made any big chances. Probably the best chance of the game for Wednesday, wasn't it? So half volley cross in from the right-hand side. Delgado. Good chance that. Was Byers, wasn't it? Heads it straight at the keeper. Dan Neal, man of the match. He's had a lot of the ball, hasn't he? Not been a tricky game for him, has it? But yeah, he has played well. Pritchard, Clarke by distance. Pritchard was good. Clarke, man of the match. It's annoying trying to do man of the match when the second half, you know, it's 3-0 at half time. The second half's a bit of a non-event. Pritchard. It's gone forward long. They're a bit light up front, actually, now, Sunderland, since Burstow's gone out. You do wonder how good they'd have been if they'd have kept Ross Stewart, don't you? Because he certainly wasn't lightweight up front, was he? You see that Patterson, well, a couple of saves, actually. Really good save from Callum Patterson. Good save by Anthony Patterson. Oh, nicely dealt with there by Bellingham. Really good feet. And here comes a Sunderland counter. And that is a horrendous ball given away. And it comes to nothing. Hendrick gets caught there. And Sunderland have it back. And they go into centre-back and they're going to start building up again. No vlog for me tomorrow, Christopher. Shaylee's brother's wedding. In fact, she's icing the wedding cake in there right now. I'm looking forward to seeing that. When I get in and eating it tomorrow, obviously. Not right now. As much as I would like to. Actually, sometimes there's spare cake when she makes one. There's like offcuts when it gets shaped up. So maybe I might get a bit of that. Don't need it, do I? Ballard, 94:45 on the clock. We got 7 minutes minimum stoppage time to play. Slid down the line by O'Neill. Late night snack. You know it. Yeah. Ben's watching Sky Go tomorrow, not doing it. Of all the people that left early, why wasn't the drummer one of them? That Sheffield Wednesday band has been around since the 90s. Don't know if it's the same people, but Been a lot of drumming at Wednesday over the years, hasn't there? Huggins tries to knock that into the front. It's just not sticking up top since Burstow and Clarke have gone out. Sunderland, obviously, if you'd offer them a 3-0 win before the game, would have taken it. So they'll be more than happy with how this has gone. Before we wrap up, do remember to hit the like button here. 174 likes. Really, really good. Wednesday come flying forward. Musaba hits the shot into the stand. And that will be that. They're showing us Jack Clarke's second goal. And yes, he is the man of the match. They agree with us here on the channel. Cross in and gathered by Patterson. We have 20 seconds remaining stoppage time to play. You can see all the Wednesday, the Sunderland attackers on the bench there behind Xisco Munoz. You see Roberts and Clarke and Pritchard. And that should just about do it. The final whistle goes. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sunderland 3. Ballard with the early headed goal. Jack Clarke with a brilliant second goal. And then a penalty to make it 3. Let's have a look at the numbers. It's dominant, isn't it? Look, 68% possession in Sunderland's favour, 1.54 on the XG to 0.48. No big chances in the game for Sheffield Wednesday. Let's see how the table looks, although we've known since half an hour into this game when it went 3-0 what the table was going to look like. And you can see Sunderland move up into 4th position. Go on to 16 points. Obviously, a fair few teams there. Hull, Leeds, Cardiff, Norwich can all overtake them, and Bristol City can go level on points. Nice goal difference, though, Sunderland, because they're beaten Saints 5-0 and Wednesday 3-0. They're plus 10 on the goal difference there. Down at the bottom of the table, this is just atrocious for Wednesday. Look at that. 9 games, 0 wins. No wins in the first 9 games for the playoff winners from League One last season. 2 points on the board, 17 conceded, minus 12. There's just not a lot good to say there, is it? Looking bleak. That will be about right. Thank you, everybody, for joining me on the watch along today. Big thank you to Sam, who joined up as a member. You can do the same and support the channel. Not entirely sure what's going on next week in terms of watch-alongs. We won't be doing the Friday night, actually. I think it's Birmingham West Brom. I'm working for that one, so we'll try and do one in midweek, but I'll try and get to a game as well. So we'll see what midweek looks like. But check out on Twitter what's happening. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Really, really appreciate that. And yeah, this was all decided probably over an hour ago, wasn't it? Sheffield Wednesday 0, Sunderland 3. A first half blitz. Wednesday's terrible season continues. Sunderland move into 4th. Thank you all for joining me tonight on the watch along. Hit like before you go, and I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for joining me.